there is a quiet revolution happening in British Columbia. Families are looking for ways to stay together in a crushing housing market. Some are building elaborate multi-unit homes on single-family lots, like this project in Delta. Others are more modest, like this project on my street, where aging parents are converting their garage into a suite for them to live while their kids get the house. And it's not surprising. House prices in Langley start around $1 million, even for just a townhouse. Parents are watching their kids struggle to afford their own place to call home. This led the province to introduce legislation to allow what it calls SSMUH, small-scale multi-unit housing. The idea is simple. If you own a single-family lot with water and sewer, you can build up to 4 units on it. A fourplex, a triplex, a house with a garden suite, your choice. But at the local government level, particularly in suburban communities like Langley, there is a lot of resistance.
It represents probably the most remarkable power grab by a premier in the province's history.
Taking a chainsaw to decades of community planning.
In 2023, the provincial government passed legislation to allow more density everywhere in BC.
So if the government is saying this is a bad idea, why do we support it? Because this isn't about developers or government policy, it's about families. A detached home in Langley costs somewhere between $1.3 and $1.5 million.
Hi, excuse me, hi. I'm here for the open house.
I'm sorry, serious buyers only.
Nobody entering the market today can afford that on their own. But a family that already owns their lot bought it years ago, some of them decades ago. They could build on that land at a fraction of what it would cost to buy it today. A couple could build a triplex for themselves, their aging parents, their kids' family, and each household gets their own mortgage on a stratified unit. No developer required, no $1 million land purchase. That opportunity only exists on lots people already own. And when your family lives on the same lot or on the same street, you don't have to drive across town to see each other. You don't have to coordinate schedules to drop off the kids at grandma's.
And so she was so happy.
15-minute walk.
Yeah, exactly. So she does her own laundry.
Absolutely nothing that I don't need. Everything I need is here. It's just perfect.
Otherwise, when she used to live in the seniors thing, we both had a bit of a drive to see her, and there was always something. And
it was really expensive too.
Yeah, it was very expensive, and this is So this
is a fraction of the price, probably.
Oh, absolutely. Like it's win-win.
When you add people to existing neighborhoods, those people use the schools, shops, parks, and community facilities that are already there. The neighborhood gets busier, more viable, more connected. A few more families on a block means more customers at a corner store, more kids at the local school, more people walking instead of driving. And the infrastructure to serve them already exists. The roads are built. The water and sewer lines already run to every lot. Every unit added generates more tax revenue without requiring new pipes, new pavement, or new debt. If those facilities eventually need to expand, expanding is far cheaper than building from scratch. This is what getting off the treadmill looks like. Grow where you've already invested instead of borrowing to build somewhere new. Because the alternative is what the township keeps pushing: greenfield development. New subdivisions carved out at Brookswood, Fernridge, and Willoughby. New roads, new water mains, new sewer lines, new pump stations, all paid for up front, and then maintained by the township for decades. We already know how this plays out. To accelerate growth in Willoughby, the township froze development fees for 12 years. Growth happened, but community centres and road upgrades didn't keep up. Residents moved into incomplete neighbourhoods. Now the township is borrowing hundreds of millions of dollars to close that gap, the majority of its borrowing capacity already consumed and debt servicing projected to nearly double by 2030. That is the greenfield model. Build it, underfund it, borrow to fix it, and then hope the next wave of growth pays for the last one. SSMUH is the first step off of that path. Every home added on existing infrastructure is revenue that doesn't come with a 30-year maintenance bill attached. So this is why I took it seriously when the township introduced a new development permit area bylaw that would make the SSMUH harder to build. There are 3 core concerns. The first is the design consultant requirement. Should it pass for a duplex, triplex, or fourplex on the same lot, You would need to hire the design consultant, do the study, and no other municipality in Metro Vancouver requires homeowners to hire a consultant for this purpose. The consultant step adds uncertainty and extraordinary costs that are borne by the homeowner or maybe a small-time builder, and it will discourage many projects that keep families together and deliver that kind of affordable housing. It's about providing a range of housing options in every neighborhood. And so this compare this to, say, a typical lot in Wannago or Murrayville. You can tear down a house and build a new house with a building permit, that's all. There's no development permit or study. So fundamentally, I oppose the bylaw altogether, as I believe that our community benefits from making this kind of housing easy to build, not more difficult with regulation. The bylaw passed third reading after the hearing with no amendments. Final reading hasn't happened yet, but no one at the table moved to change a single word. And that's the problem. There are almost no advocates for this kind of housing in suburban communities. Those who don't want their neighborhood to change won't support it. Those who get their campaigns backed by large real estate developers won't support it. A family building a fourplex on their own lot doesn't need a developer, that's competition. And those who are trying to deliver facilities on the back of development fees won't support it because they need the real estate market to stay pressured. The more demand exceeds supply, the more leverage municipalities have to extract contributions from developers seeking rezoning. Releasing that pressure is the last thing they want. This is the cycle. The township takes on debt to build facilities, depends on development fees to repay that debt, and then needs to keep the pressure on the housing market to keep those fees flowing. SSMUH breaks that cycle, and that's exactly why it faces so much resistance. The only people left to support it are ordinary people. Residents who want a hand in shaping their city, who want their kids to be able to stay, who want their parents close by, and who think a neighborhood should be allowed to grow and change, the way towns always used to. If you're one of those people, follow Strong Towns Langley. We're building the case for why places like ours can do better, and we need more voices at the table. Thanks for watching. Big thanks to all of our members, supporters, and advocates who make videos like this possible. If you liked what you saw today, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube and Substack. More information is available at strongtownslangley.org.